Alright, fellas, Crystals went live. We got team builders tomorrow. This is a super late upload for me. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. And now that we got that all out of the way, let's hop into today's second channel video. I'm going to keep this super short. If you guys want to make more coins in Madden 27, the best way to do that is by winning more games. And Civil GG is the best place to learn how to win more games. If you guys want to become a better Madden player today, Civil GG is the place for you. And if you do want to sign up, make sure you do use code Moshi for 30% off your order. With that said, let's get back into today's video. I want to apologize. You guys are probably getting this video at like 11 whatever Eastern time. It's been one of the days of all days. I actually had to go and get a new PC. So if anything just sounds different, looks different, please let me know down below in the comment section. Kind of the reason I want to give you guys this video. A, I have things we want to talk about, but B, I want to make sure like we're ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a relatively big day, and we'll get to that here in a second. As far as like these grind these now videos, these are the second channel, just kind of heaters where we sit up here and just yap about like what I'm doing in the game. And the big thing right now, A, crystals, and B, team builders. I'm going to start with team builders because I feel like that's more prevalent to like what we have currently going on in the game. I am going to go over to MUTGG and pull up the cards we have dropping tomorrow. We also have a Larry Fitzgerald card dropping. I don't really understand why we got the Larry Fitz card. I'm not going to complain, obviously. I'm not going to say it seemed a little bit like out of the blue, but it seemed a little bit out of the blue. But team builders, right? Expect to have all team chems right here. 87 overall Breece Hall, easily the best running back in the game. And then we also have Zion McCollum, 87 overall DB. He should be pretty good as well. 86 speed, good man, good agility. Here's the Larry Fitzgerald card. I don't even know what to expect about him. There's 3 different versions. The 85 isn't very good. And then we also have like the 82 who's like terrible. What intrigues me about team builders right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divisional champions. Breece Hall division doesn't have a champion. Now, Javon Moring does, right? So that's like, okay, that makes sense. But Breece Hall, the AFC East, it's late right now. They don't have a team builder champion. So I'm sitting here looking at this like, what is going on there? The answer, I have absolutely no idea. And I say this because there's a real chance EA switches up how team builders are going to go about, right? I mean, if you think about what we've been buying up recently as far as like team builder sets, it's been 78s for less than 6,000 coins, 80s for 18,000 coins, and then 82s for 50K. There's a chance that all of this pre-building and investing we've been doing is just going to be cooked. And I say this as somebody who got absolutely fried today because the market just quite frankly did not crash like we were expecting. And that's because of crystals, guys. I don't really know who at Electronic Arts thought it was cool to make the crystals not be Evo uppable, which is a word and a half now in Madden. Not, you know, be that good of cards. I mean, that'd be pretty good. Like, I mean, he's kind of cracked. But more importantly, the packs, at least for the market, I mean, obviously the boost expire is a conversation for another day that I don't want to have tonight. I'm too tired to have that conversation tonight. But, the fact of the matter that the steps in between the crystals, just quite frankly, were not very good. I mean, you guys can see my crystal pack opening over on the main channel. It's been an expensive day for me. Let's just leave it at that. Terrible. And because of that, if we go over to the market, right, the market is up. I actually sold, I have 4.8 million coins. I sold off my Nate Wiggins tonight because he went up in price. I got like 750 for him. I bought Nate Wiggins for 600K. He's going for 740. The market is like going up. And I mean, the crystal cards, hold off on selling these dudes. I think they go up once their packs leave. Sunny Styles actually went up a good bit, which is good. But for me, selfishly, but everything else, instead of crashing, actually went up in price. And if you've been following the channel and if you've been like listening to me, I got to apologize, dude, because I am wrong here. I thoroughly expect there to be a crystal market crash because that's what happens with the crystal promo. You know, EA makes us spend a lot of money, but they tend to do us justice. Well, no. They didn't this time around. And so I'm sitting here like, wait a second, right? Does that mean that these cards are also going to be messed up tomorrow? And so everything I thought we understood about team builders and everything I thought we understood about crystals, I no longer understand and no longer, like, I guess we just don't know what to expect. And I'm saying all this because I'm not trying to, like, not double down on your investments and sell off tonight, because that's, you know what, dude, how many hours? We got GMM tomorrow at 10:30, right? You might as well just keep balling for it. But it becomes one of those things where we just don't know how any of this stuff is going to work anymore. And it is one of the more just interesting things to see how EA is going to go about it. So as far as like what I'm grinding tonight, I'm no longer pre-buying. I'm just not. I'm going to make sure I have all of my solo challenges done, right? Collector Series, Legends, preseason standouts is a big one. I do expect the market to get cheaper on Thursday. I really do. Preseason standout cards should get cheaper. Tariq Woolen will not be nearly as expensive. We also got these brand new Evos. I will have videos out tomorrow talking about the best ways to spend them. I wanted to record those tonight, have them ready to go. Again, it's been one of the days of all days for me. So, like, we won't get that out tonight. That's why you guys are getting this video. We will talk about that tomorrow, though. So be on the lookout for that one. It should be good. DTs and right tackles is an interesting one. What is kind of an important deal here, though, is Evos are now going to work, at least the Blueprint Evos, on a weekly basis. So what that means is you're going to have your Tuesdays as your Evo days, and every single Tuesday we're going to receive new evolutions. Now, when we get the new Evos, the previous week's evolution is going to expire, right? So you got to spend these before next Tuesday. You're still going to have the previous ones in there because that's just kind of how it works. It's like week to week, and EA actually extended it today because they didn't tell us this for part 1. So like that quarterback, that wide receiver Evo, you guys can still quick sell the players, get it back, spend it on somebody else. But once we get to next Tuesday, you won't be able to quick sell and get the Evo back. That is going to be on a weekly thing. The other thing about Evos, EA wants you to chain these players up. So, for example, right, I'm Evoing up Trey Hawkins. In EA's mind, and this is how we have to think about it, because this is actually how those things are going to work, Trey Hawkins is a card that EA wants me to have on my team for the entire year. And honestly, I'm fine with that, right? They want the team versatility. The only Evos that you can chain up, and it makes sense, right, are Evos that you have already decided to upgrade. Now, when does this chaining happen? I have absolutely no idea. Like, how does this start? Nobody knows anything. But that is how the whole chaining process is going to work. So, we'll see how this all plays out once we actually get to, like, next Tuesday and beyond. I didn't love the fact that we only got 2 new Evos. I think that was kind of like, but right tackle is not an intriguing position to me at all. You guys are also going to notice I just have a ton of binder junk on my account now. A lot of that is just straight up from crystals. Like the 80 market is still an interesting spot. It's got a lot of just junk here, and I'm waiting at this point. I'm disappointed today for sure. And we'll see what happens as far as like team builders go, dude. I don't really know what to expect, right? I mean, it should be a fun day tomorrow. Not saying it's not going to be a fun day. I don't know if I'm just like super just like exhausted and like not having the greatest day personally, so like I'm taking it out on Mutt, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. That is going to be tonight's second channel video. I appreciate you guys as always, and until later, peace. Have a good one. I'll catch you boys back here later.